Hi, this is Tam from Tam's Craft Room, and today we are going to make a double drapery card. And I did a lot of the cutting ahead of time, and this is just a normal A2 base that we're going to be using today, which is an 8.5 by 11 sheet cut down the center, which makes 4.5 by 11. You want to score it at 5.5 and fold it down, and there's your card base. And this one here I already embossed, and we're going to be using yellow ribbon. We also need a piece cut down 1 inch by 4 inch, and we're not using any stamps today, and we are going to use double-sided tape, some duct tape, and some of these embellishments. Alright, so let's get started. First of all, what we want to do is you want to take a double-sided piece of cardstock, so this way whenever you fold it, you've got color on the other side that shows for the drapes. Show you here, like right here. You want to make sure it's double-sided. And we got a lot of scoring to do, so let's get started. First of all, we need to score at 1 inch. And then we're going to do 1.5. Then we're going to do 2.5, 3 inch, 4 inch, 4.5 inch, 5.5, 6 inch, 7 inch, 7.5 inch, 8.5 inch, and our final score will be at 9 inch. So again, we have 1 inch, 1.5 inch, 2.5, 3 inch, 4 inch, 4.5, 5.5, 6, 7, 7.5, 8.5, and at 9. Now what we're going to do is we're going to keep this in here with the 10-inch side at the top, and we are going to mark, we're going to flip it over first, we're going to mark the back at 4.5 inch and at 5.5 inch. And then we're going to turn it over. We're going to do 4.5 inch and 5.5 inch again. And then we're going to turn it on this side, and we're going to do a 2 inch and a 3 inch. Turn it once more, mark your 2 inch and your 3 inch marks. Now we're going to get out our cutter. And we are going to line up the dots. We're going to cut these off. You want to line the top dot up here with the first dot that you have down here. We're going to cut that off. And we're going to do this one. Cut it off there. And you're going to take this mark, mark it up with your first dot there. We're going to cut those off. Now I would recommend using pencil, but I used markers, so this way you'd be able to see my marks. This way, if by chance you can see your marks after you get it done, you can erase them. And we will cut that one off. And then whenever you're done, your piece should look like this. Now we're going to start folding these. You want to fold the first one down. You want to fold until you get to the center. We're going to burnish that down real good. These look hard, but they're actually really simple to do. Then you want to flip it over and just start folding the other side. I think I missed one. Just burnish everything down real good so it starts to lay flat. And then we're going to take some double-sided tape. You can use glue here if you want. And we're going to put tape right on the small pieces here. Stick that together. Put another piece of tape across there. And one there. Oops. We're going to fold that back on itself. Now it'll start to lay down here, but we're also going to put it on the inside of the flaps. Like I said, you can use quick drying glue if you want. But if you don't want to wait for it to dry, then I suggest using the two-sided tape. But make sure you use a strong tape. And you don't want to go below your fold lines. You want to keep doing this until you get to the center again. If you make any of these cards, we'd love to see them over at our Facebook group. Or if you do any other types of crafts, because it's like a show and tell, just come on over and join up and show us whatever you're making. I will leave a link down below. And then you can show us what you're making this week. Now we're going to flip that over and do the little flaps on this side. There we go. Now what we have is this piece here, and what we're going to do is we're going to take the piece that I've already embossed. We are going to put it, we're going to center it up on this card. Now you'll notice that it doesn't come the whole way over to the sides, but you won't really notice that once we put our banner on. But I'm just going to flip that over. Just going to put some tape on the back here. I'm going to put some pieces across the other way, so I'm going to take the paper off of these ones. We're just going to line it up the best that we can on our card face. I got a little off, but that won't matter. You'll want to push that down pretty good. And now what we're going to do is the 1 inch by 4 inch piece. I'm going to take my duct tape and I'm just going to cover that up with it. I'm going to trim that down closer. What I'm going to do, I'm going to trim as close as I can to the edge here. Now, just going to fold this over. Now I'm going to take my ribbon, we're going to tape that down. Just put some little pieces on the back to catch it on. Then we're just going to put this down on the front here. I'm just going to cut some more my double-sided adhesive. You want to make sure that you put a couple strips down. Peel off our paper. Our ribbon. been a little bit crooked there. We're just going to line that up on here. And where I'm bleeding from, I'm not sure yet. Sliced my finger open. That's where the blood's coming from. So I was wondering how I got it on my ribbon. With me, who knows how I did it. Just going to take these and see. We're going to make it Valentine. I don't think I like the Valentine. These already have sticky on them, but I'm going to put a little more on there just to be safe. They're already on the pop dots. There we go. I'm just going to put that down on there. And then we're going to just attach it to our base, and we are done. You can always add more embellishments if you'd wish. I'm just going to flip that over. Put some tape on. Like I said, you could use glue on this if you wanted. And if you like this here card, leave a comment below and make sure to hit the like button and please subscribe. Yeah, when you make your card, just make sure you don't cover it in blood like I'm doing. Still haven't figured out how I sliced my finger open. We want to attach this straight as we can. And there you go. You have your double drapery card. Thanks for watching.